It's about 27 degrees here, so it's an absolutely incredible day. And we've walked about 7 or 8 miles to get here. Took a few videos along the way, but focused on getting here. What we'll do is we'll move back towards the canal, which is going in the direction we need to get back, because we haven't got too long. It's just a stunning location. It's very flat around here, unlike where we were last week in the Cheshire Hills. We may visit that place again pretty soon, but we're in the flatter part of the United Kingdom. The Chiltern Hills are in that direction, the far distance over there, so there's hills and so on. We've just hit a bit more of a flatter area. And there's wild birds everywhere. So part of the challenge we do with the dog walking and the walking, because we can't always bring the dog, like today it's too hot for the dog. Anything above sort of 22, 23 degrees is too hot really for daytime walking of pets. What we tend to do this time of year is walk the dog in the morning and in the evening. And because I do like my long walks, sometimes I'll just go out on this, which has already turned into 8 miles so far. So it's going to be another 8 miles going back the other way. So that's 16 miles in 27 degrees. It's not a bad adventure. So yeah, Ted's at home and he'll get walked later. That won't stop the dog walker. Hopefully the audio is coming through okay. Anyone can hear the audio, do say hello. Just lets us know it's working okay, because YouTube does compress a lot of the video and audio on live streams. Luckily we've got 5G here, so hopefully you can hear me okay. If you can let us know you can hear us, that would be good. Oh, I think someone's just gone under down there. I wonder what it was. Oh, there he is. So you miss that when you jump off. So what can happen with live streams on YouTube is you can record it and then you get back and listen to it and you get the whole poor sound or crackliness, etc. Try and so we do have professional headphones on and all sorts, so hopefully it's coming across okay. So what we'll do is we'll take one last look at this bit and then head down towards the Grand Union Canal. Try and start moving back in a direction that gets us a bit closer to where the car is. So we've left the car about 8 miles back. And what we tend to do is have like plan A, plan B, plan C. This was plan B. We were going to go further to a place called College Lake, which is in one of these directions. I'd have to check. We'll do that another day. But we've gone for plan B, which is just the reservoirs. So do let us know if you can hear us. That'd be very helpful. Be our #1 fan on this live stream by letting us know the audio is working. A couple of swans. So what we'll do is we'll leave you with a view and we'll just walk along. get on the path because it's a bit too rough here. Let's try and capture some of that glimmer on the water. It's amazing. Look at that, the shimmering. Amazing, the light hitting the water. Try and catch that pair of grumpy geese flying that way. So get back on path cam, try and have a chat. So yeah, let us know where you're watching from, how your day's going. Hopefully you enjoy your walks too. As always on these big walks, time is always the enemy. There's never enough time. It's picked up. So anyway, we need to look in another direction now. Thank you for joining us. We'll try and keep you on journey back a little bit on the canal, but can't guarantee the signal or the audio is going to behave. But do come along. Hope you've enjoyed the scenes. So we're up against the clock. We've got to get back in a couple of hours, so we better get moving. But stick with us if you want. We may jump in between audio on and off depending on how many noisy people come near us. Chit chats. So we enjoyed that. As always, we have a long walk back. It's part of the mission. Surprisingly, there's 5G here in the middle of nowhere. Cow Bosley. Learned that earlier in the year. Seems to be everywhere in the UK at the moment. So all the walks we're doing, we're learning more and more about nature and some of the more sort of heritage of the UK, which is just incredible really, the more you look at it. Now, we've got to be careful on this bit because some swans told us off on the way down. We didn't do a live stream then, no, we got some of it on tape. Some geese now. Geese tend to be a lot more mellow. Some of the swans can be a little bit grumpy. Okay. So if you're going to do this walk near Tring Reservoirs and you're walking back towards Milesworth, you've got to cross a bridge here. That's the only annoying bit. There's a give way for the traffic. It's not impossible to cross, just a bit of a... So you've got to try and get across. And there's an opportunity. Now previously, we've done most of this route on a bike. Wow, look at this. Amazing, massive swan. Oh, trying to get me. See what I mean? That wasn't very nice. So this one likes to nip, so we'll run away where we can. Where is it? Amazing swan that tried to bite me. It's just down there. That's the second time today we've been attacked by swans. Believe it or not, they're actually very powerful birds. We're incredibly strong. It's the males that tend to be quite aggressive. Typical. When we were walking down here earlier, there was some carp, some fish. Let's see if they're still there. No, I
Friday afternoon.
I'm very good, thank you. Let's try and find out where these fish were. I think they've moved now. Some flowers. Actually, I think it's further up where the other swans were. Still can't believe that one bit me. Unbelievable. If you scroll back about 5 minutes, you'll see him biting me. Or trying to. So, I suppose we should give some tips for walking, I guess. Obvious one, water and snacks. Always critical. Shade. So you live and learn, but obviously obvious one is water. Just sugars, so simple snacks. What about you, right? Here we go. So we've got to be careful getting past this swan. Very defensive, this. Just show you. It took about 5 minutes to get past last time. They're blocking the path. So we'll just try and get past quickly. This could get comical. She does tend to not like sudden movement. There we go. And we'll just leave be. Right. I think what you'll find if you watch a lot of pre-created and edited wildlife photography, videography, you know, without naming the BB, something else, names and the ITVs and all that. This is real, live, you know, unedited. Try and keep it as real as possible. So we're now at bridge number one. Bridge number one. Long way to go. Need to get the pace up. That's the problem I find if you just chat away, you don't move. So we'll probably drop the stream in a minute. to everyone who's joined us. Thank you for joining us. So it is unedited, it's live, raw, real, honest. So some of the geese up here, we'll have a quick look at. So I think what we've learned from the walking in the Tring Mars, sort of the Marsworth type basin there is, if you go for on a bike, all the wildlife moves out of the way quite quickly. If you're on foot, all the swans try to get you, which is a bit annoying. So, Geese just under the lock. So I'll have to keep moving. So if the time in the world I could stop and go full David Attenborough mode. But unlike David, I have no team. I have zero money to do anything. It's all shoestring. And we just do our best. Right. And hope we get back in time for other duties. So you tend to see quite a lot of bikes this way. I do like biking this way as well, but it is getting harder to bike on. Luckily my bike's out of action at the moment, but there's just too many overhanging trees. You do get a lot of punchers biking along here. It can be quite brutal, but we have done really, we've gone all the way to Milton Keynes and beyond along this Grand Union Canal. You can get a long way into the heart of the UK just by following these canal routes, and we do that. We've not included that on this channel, but maybe we should have. So if you want to see us out biking, let us know. What we try and do is the challenges. It's not just seeing things along the way, it's the challenge of going, right, can we do a 50-mile bike ride? Can we do a 20-mile walk? Well, we know we can do that because we've already done it many times, but that's kind of the idea. Say a quick hello to this friendly duck. Unbelievable how calm that one is. Can't stop too long, but thank you for that. But that's the hard bit, especially when doing the biking and stuff. And when you're up against the clock, it's how do you film under the pressure of time. I think a lot of creators will find that hard if they're doing other work and their families and responsibilities. How do you utilise the time? How do you create something that requires a large amount of time and effort? And as everyone knows on YouTube, it can be ignored as quickly. Oh, it can be ignored in seconds, but you can put days and hours into the work. So, yeah, let us know how you get on with your channels, how you deal with that creator paradox of knowing people might not even see it. What motivates you? Try and get this working okay. Now, we're just gonna go on pause a second where we can just check the GPS, so stick with us. Welcome back. So we're just using the GPS because we're trying to keep track of the mileage and time, and helps us know how fast we need to walk, which is obviously useful if you're walking longer distances. I think we're going to end up doing about 15 miles on this one. think that's the other bit to put across from the channel. We do put the mileage in, we do put the time in to try and get to usual places that aren't always easy to get to. I think we may go back into the northern part of the country next week. I think it's a bit cooler. So we found we went there last week, it was just so hot. Climbing high peaks in the heat is extremely difficult. You end up being too knackered to actually talk. So we're going to try again next week. In the cooler weather, or slightly cooler, mid-20s, should be better. I think we're doing it at 30 degrees last week. Still really hot today, 27, 28 degrees. 15 miles in 28 degree heat is, some people might seem a lot. For us, it's kind of a normal walk. Try and get some of the Grand Union Canal is a lovely stretch of water. We're following the gradient down, so it's a little bit easier on the knees. It's harder walking this up this way than down. There's sort of gravity-fed canals, so the reservoirs feed the water down. That's how it works. But yeah, let us know how you're getting on, how your day's going. We had a very chatty person on. I wonder if they're still on. So another thing is when you're doing live streams, you can't always chat back on. It's hard to actually chat unless I use two phones or something, and we just try and use audio for that. So if I don't text back in the chat bit, that's because there's no easy way to do it when you're live streaming, especially when you're walking. So do say hello. Show you the route. So the bridge, we'll try and catch all the bridge numbers. What bridge are we at now? Bridge 2. There we go. Let's try not to. But thank you for joining us on our canal to reservoir adventure. Let's see what else we can find along the way. I think we try and put it across on this. So we know the algorithms on YouTube are kind of designed for chaos. And we're more of the calm. So if you're fed up with all that algorithmic chaos and random stuff it throws at you, watch the Diary of a Dog Walker, chill out a little bit, enjoy the real world that we're trying to show you. What have we got above? Is that a plane up there? Might be a little bit too far away. Where is it? Yeah, it's probably too far away. Tried. Again, the photography limitations on these mobile phones is poor really when you've got a proper camera. You sort of, you know, it's frustrating how basic they are. What was that? There's something there. Flew down. can spot what it was. And that little bird up there, it's gone. And it's moved now. Tiny little thing. If I can see it, I'll show you. It's probably missed it now. But I think one of the insights from doing this sort of thing is anyone who does wildlife photography, nature photography, outdoor photography, videography, that sort of thing, the amount of patience and time required to do just to get anything, you know, is unbelievable. Really, the time those people put in, I really do admire and understand from doing this. So when you're seeing the David Attenborough productions, really we should be applauding the cameramen as well. People putting the time in to create the incredible visuals they use. And they should embrace that a bit more. Look at all those the damsel flies, I think. Oh, it might be a little bit too small to be dragonflies. They're probably damsel. That's I might have pronounced that wrong, but the blue ones, the little blue ones. And if you see a bigger version, it's probably an emperor dragonfly, but they have more spread out wings. I had a video on that a couple of weeks back up a place called Coombe Hill. Beautiful, scenic range of views. And of all places, we found an emperor dragonfly. And getting them to stay still is challenging. I'd say you're born in luck to get one to stay still. But many people confuse these, if I can get it in shot, with dragonflies. If the wings fold in like that, they're probably not dragonflies. Damson or something like that. They're not dragonflies, too small, but they look similar in colour. It's like damson or something like that. Going off at the head knowledge. Took a picture of one of these earlier we shared. Beautiful, beautiful flowers. They're just absolutely everywhere at the moment. They sort of stand out on the walk. So what you'll find as well when you're doing your walks is trying to not get, you can get, your skin can rub between your legs, that's annoying. Your ankles can feel sore. You've almost got to get into a bounce and control your breathing. One of the things I've learned over the years from doing a lot of running, and not these days, but when I was younger, in my 20s and so on, I could do a lot of running. You breathe in, make sure you breathe in through your nose when you're out on your walks, breathe in through your nose, hold it in, and breathe out through your mouth. Really is an easy way to control your heartbeat and breathing. Makes it a lot easier, helps with your fitness. And I use that running technique I was taught as a young lad in the walking. As we try and walk fair pace, we try and pace ourselves at about 4 miles an hour on the walk, which means we can move about a mile every 15 minutes. Most people will walk around 3 miles an hour, which is about a mile every 20 minutes. We find the 4 mile an hour, if you can hold it, you can get quite a lot of ground covered. It's quite a big ask for most people, but that's what we try and do. So we're right in the heart of Buckinghamshire Wild at the moment. Just look at all that wild weed over there. Now that is an emperor dragonfly, right in the middle there. And that is a lucky spot, very lucky. Live on the diary of a dog walker with a red kite screaming overhead. That's wonderfully lucky. And that's what it's all about. If we had a lot more time, we'd sit here and admire it for longer. So the larger ones like that with the wings spread out, they're the dragonflies, and you'll see the smaller ones just coming in the shot. And they're not damsel flies or whatever. So we only learned this from doing the walks. I think that's something that I've learned in life. Is just, you know, you learn more in the wild, you learn more by observing than you'll ever will by books. Just use books or the web later to check what it was if you're not sure. Sometimes I just name whatever I want to call them and don't even bother using the textbook terms for them. We find some of the flowers and they're disappointing names. So there was one flower I liked. I called it the bumblebee one because it looks like a bumblebee. And then I checked it and it was called tickweed. So I didn't like that, so I just kept calling it the bumblebee plant because it was much nicer than the name, its official name. But check it out, Google tickweed, you know what I mean. But I prefer to call it the bumblebee plant. Right, so we've actually covered some mileage now. And if you're still with us, then you are a die-hard Diary of a Dog Walker, living and breathing it with us. You almost might as well be here. So we're kind of going against our own rules a little bit on this walk because we're in a hurry. Part of our sort of rules are to slow down and observe, because that's when you spot things. But today we're up against the clock. But the difference is a 2-mile walk, or so let's just say a 3-mile walk can take 2 hours if you dawdle. And we haven't got that long. And hopefully, if we're lucky, we'll spot some big fish and we'll show you. It's one of the things at this time of year, the fish tend to come to the surface on the canal. So as soon as we spot any, we'll show you. It's just got to this big bridge bit here that goes across into some fields over there. We haven't bothered looking at it. We might try that another day when we've got more time. And then there's another reservoir down there through that village. Again, we'll look at that another day. Let's see, the farmer's done all his bales over there. But how cool is that? It's done a good job. Dinky little barge coming up. Absolutely stunning day. Maybe I'm unusual that I could probably walk all day and night in this sort of a place, and I'd be in bliss, to be honest. Doesn't even feel like exercise. What is that? No, it's not the Loch Ness monster. It's kind of a bit of a twig with a blight on its head. Right. That's how easy it is to mistake something for the Loch Ness monster. Yeah, pretty sure that's not the Loch Ness monster. But it's still quite funny. Right, let's go this way. So we're just going to pause again for a minute so I can check GPS, check that we're not going too slow. Right, so anyway, as most people have dropped off now, we'll call it a day on this live stream. We know the algorithm tends to chuck people at the beginning. It doesn't like these longer videos. But for those that have watched, thank you for watching the Diary of a Dog Walker. We appreciate you. And we'll see you next time. Thanks for watching. Take care.